What's going on, family? Normally today I'd be uploading a Fact Friday episode, but I feel like this topic is very important since it is the new year and there's a lot more people getting into the fitness world or fitness scene. And this is really important to me because I do want to bring a positive impact and be a positive influence to help a lot of these New Year resolutioners to stick to your diet, stick to your training plan, and just make fitness a more overall lifestyle. And I was one of those people coming into the gym. I was really shy and I was insecure about myself, and looking around all these hardcore people, it was really intimidating. So hopefully I can be a person to help you stay on track, or if you're already an avid gym goer, to really step things up here. And the topic of today's video is where to start out a diet. And the biggest point I want to push on this video is that everyone is going to have a different journey. You want to follow something that is sustainable for your lifestyle. Everyone's going to have a different schedule. Everyone's body is a little bit different. Everyone's preferences are a little bit different. So it's important to follow something that works for you specifically. I'm not going to tell you how to count macros, but I'm going to tell you how you can stay on track without having to count at all. And sometimes a good win is actually just tracking for a week to see where you're at, or starting out a diet and sticking to it for a week. It doesn't have to be perfect, but at least you're creating these habits that you will develop over the long term to be able to stick to something. So I'm gonna throw up some of my physique shots where I've prepped at the pro level in natural physique. I've used these principles over time to help me reach this level. So starting out a diet, it can be very confusing what to do when you are starting out. So what I like to recommend, if you don't know how to count macros or you don't know what macros to follow, is to literally eat exactly the same for a week. And you know what? If you're able to track for a week, that's a W, because you're taking one step forward. A lot of people, they just dive in way too deep, they commit way too much, and they're following something that they can't sustain. So if you can't go to the gym 7 days a week, but you do it for a week, you're most likely gonna quit. So only commit 3 to 4 days a week. And this goes for dieting as well. You wanna follow something that is sustainable. So start off by tracking your food for a week, and I recommend MyFitnessPal or MyMacros Plus. Those are two great food tracking apps that you can use. Once you put the food in, search it up, you can scan the barcode, you can create custom foods, and it will save previous foods that you used, and it just integrates into your lifestyle seamlessly, and it makes things a lot more effortless. Along with tracking your food, you want to make sure you're tracking your body weight. So after you wake up in the morning, use the washroom if you can. Before you eat or drink anything, weigh yourself. Weigh yourself every single day. So you're gonna see that throughout the week, you're gonna have an average caloric intake, and you're gonna have an average weigh-in. You're also gonna have a low weigh-in and a high weigh-in. Throughout the week, at that caloric intake you are consuming, you're gonna see how your body's gonna react to that. So if your weight is staying the same, you know you're eating close to maintenance. If your weight is on a downward trend, you know in your caloric deficit, and if your weight is going up, you know you're in a caloric surplus. So from here, you want to see the trend, and after a week, you want to make an adjustment. So I'm going to throw things into perspective a little bit. My first bodybuilding show, I actually dieted for over 6 months. I was in a mindset and a time and place in my life where I needed to do that. Where dieting too aggressively, too fast, you're also going to risk muscle loss. You're also going to risk slowing down your metabolism, and you're going to risk following something that's not sustainable for you. So that 6 months was a good balance for myself for achieving a composition for a bodybuilding show, where most people aren't going for that. They're just trying to go for overall weight loss. Losing weight at a 0.5 to 1% body weight loss per week is a really good starting spot. If you feel like it's a little bit harder, then slow things down. And for most people, that's only 1 to 2 pounds a week, and even less if you're going towards the lower end of the percentage. So if you actually lose a pound a week, you're doing amazing. So number one, to recap, all you have to do is track your food for a week, and that's a win. Number two is evaluate how your body's reacting to the current caloric intake of the week. And number three is adjust your food intake from there. So if you are moving from that 0.5 to 1% body weight loss per week, you're in a really good spot. If you're close to that 1%, keep things the same. A lot of people, they just want to dig, they just want to continue to drop. you're gonna risk that muscle loss. You're gonna start crash dieting like I mentioned earlier. So it is a good adjustment to keep things the same once you check in with yourself. The next, if you actually gained weight, approximately drop your calories by 500 and take it away from your carb or fat intake, depending on how you want to break things down. And if you're trying to lose weight and it's not moving too much, take away 5 to 10% of your calories and be patient. If you don't lose the week after, it's okay. It wasn't a waste of time. You're still getting used to tracking. You're improving yourself by stepping things up slowly, and make another small adjustment. By taking that slow approach, you're gonna follow something that is sustainable and comfortable for you. So don't worry, you're always making progress, because if you didn't follow that and you just totally went off and ate intuitively, or just went off and did a binge or ate whatever you wanted, you wouldn't be making this progress. So be patient and make very small adjustments as needed. During contest prep, to put things in perspective, sometimes I only drop 10 carbs at a time, 25 carbs at a time max, maybe 5 grams of fat, and that's it. Make these small adjustments over time, and you're gonna continuously see your weight drop and get the results that you want. So of course, you're not gonna be going as aggressive as a bodybuilder or a physique athlete. You want to go at the rate that's most comfortable for you. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I wanted to make sure you guys can comfortably kickstart your journey and get things going, not just for the New Year's, but for the rest of the year, and make this a lifestyle. Follow something that you can sustain. Over time, you're gonna get better and better at it. You're gonna get more dedicated, and you're just gonna be one step closer towards your overall goal, and be able to make that transformation happen. For anyone out there that is really serious about their goals and they're looking to efficiently achieve them and make sure they're following structure, and you're interested in working with me, I do have spots open. If you want to apply, in my bio, my management team will hook us up with a call so we can talk one-on-one. And you guys already know, but the Limitless Collection is now live. It's also in the link in the description. Other ways you guys can support me is subscribing to my channel, commenting and liking the video. I really appreciate the support. 2018, I couldn't be more thankful for all of you guys. And let me know for next week, if you guys want to ask a question for Facts Friday, all you have to do is hashtag AskPattyLifts and comment a question down below. I will be going through other videos, but who knows, your question could be the one chosen. So thank you guys as always, and let's kickstart 2019 off strong.